Hi, I'm Jeff Bellomo with Bellomo and Associates. We are your estate planning and elder law firm. Today, I want to talk about the 7 common or the 7 dumb mistakes that executors make. All right, so we're going to talk about those common mistakes that executors make. Number 7, hiring the attorney that mom and dad used to do the real estate settlement 35 years ago. Yes, that happens a lot. As I say, caveat emptor. Buyer beware. Use somebody who specializes in estate planning and elder law and estate administration to make sure that everything is done properly. Number 6, trying to be nice to family members and giving personal property away. Well, as the executor of an estate, you are personally liable. You're personally liable to the beneficiaries, to the taxing authorities, to other creditors. So if you're just willy-nilly giving personal property away, make sure that you're following the terms of the will. And oftentimes people don't, and they get themselves in trouble. So please don't make that mistake. Number 5, trying to complete the Rev 1500 on your own. The Rev 1500 is the Pennsylvania inheritance tax return. As I just mentioned, the executor is personally liable to the taxing authorities if it's not done properly, as well as to the other beneficiaries. Trying to do an inheritance tax return on your own is not a wonderful idea, particularly because if you make a mistake, you have to take it out of your pocket. So I would be very, very, very careful doing that. Number 4, not following the terms of the will to a T. This kind of goes along with the personal property one, but I wanted to make it its own separate one because I think executors oftentimes think, well, I'm in charge and I can do what I want. Well, yeah, but you're also governed and directed and restricted by the will. It's the testator's intent, the person who created the will, that we really care about. So if you don't follow it to a T and someone complains, you can be held personally liable. So I would follow it to a T and not make up any crap on your own. It just isn't worth it. Number 3, trying to keep everything a secret from the beneficiaries. I have no idea why this is, but man, it is so true. Everybody wants to be so secretive, and sometimes we're even being directed from the executors not to talk to the beneficiaries, not to tell them anything. Look, we're all on the same team. We're on team testator. We're on team whoever created the will and whoever estate it is that we're working on. And they're the beneficiaries. And to me, let's keep them in the loop. Let's let them know what's going on. No, the process doesn't happen overnight. Yes, it takes a while. But trying to treat them like they're criminals and not tell them anything, in my opinion, is not a good thing. And it is definitely a mistake that we see all the time. Number 2, not realizing that you have personal liability. A executor is a fiduciary. A fiduciary is held to a higher standard. And yes, if you screw up, you can be liable to the other heirs or to the taxing authorities. So please don't think that you can just do what you want and that there's going to be no recourse. And the number 1 dumb mistake that people make as the executor is trying to do this on your own. I know, you can easily go down to the courthouse. You can easily raise your right hand and raise the estate. But what people forget is that that's just the beginning. Because under the law, there are 5.2 notices, there's creditor advertisings, there's Rev 1500s that have to be done, there's fiduciary returns that might have to be done, there's advertising in general circulation as well as in the legal publication that has to be done, all kinds of stuff. And if it's not done correct, the executor is the one who is liable. It isn't worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth the time. I hope you enjoyed the 7 dumb mistakes that executors make, and I hope you learned a little bit today.